Dear shorthand writers, this is English shorthand dictation number 60 and the dictation speed is 140 words per minute. Ready? Start. Mr. Chairman, sir, I rise to support the medical termination of pregnancy amendment bill 2020. As the Honorable Health Minister is sitting here, I would like to congratulate the government for the concerted efforts taken by many ministries together in containing the spread of the coronavirus. As we all know, this bill amends the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971, which provides for the termination of certain pregnancies by registered medical practitioners. It seeks to add the definition of termination of pregnancy to mean a procedure undertaken to terminate a pregnancy by using medical or surgical methods. Under the 1971 Act, a pregnancy may be terminated within 12 weeks if a registered medical practitioner is of the opinion that continuation of the pregnancy may risk the life of the mother or cause grave injury to her health, or there is a substantial risk that the child, if born, would suffer physical or mental abnormalities. For termination of a pregnancy between 12 to 20 weeks, two medical practitioners are required to give their opinion. The current bill amends this provision to state that a pregnancy may be terminated within 20 weeks with the opinion of one registered medical practitioner. Approval of two registered medical practitioners will be required for the termination of pregnancies between 20 to 24 weeks. The termination of pregnancies up to 24 weeks will apply to specific categories of women as may be prescribed by the central government. Further, the central government will notify the norms for the medical practitioners whose opinion is required for termination of the pregnancy. Another point is that under the earlier act, if any pregnancy occurs as a result of failure of any device or method used by a married woman or her husband to limit the number of children, such an unwanted pregnancy may constitute a grave injury to the mental health of the pregnant woman. This bill amends this provision by replacing the words married woman or her husband with the words woman or her partner. This is also a welcome step, especially in this age of increasing live-in relationships. Another major point that the bill seeks to improve is the constitution of a medical board. The bill states that the upper limit of termination of pregnancy will not apply in cases where such termination is necessary due to the diagnosis of substantial fetal abnormalities. These abnormalities will be diagnosed by a medical board. Under the bill, every state government is required to constitute a medical board. These medical boards will consist of a gynecologist, a pediatrician, a sonologist, or any other member as may be notified by the state government. The bill states that the central government will notify the powers and functions of these medical boards. We hope that the central government will give more powers to the state governments to notify the powers and functions of these medical boards in the interest of cooperative federalism. Protection of privacy by law is also another important aspect of this bill. The bill states that no registered medical practitioner will be allowed to reveal the name and other particulars of a woman whose pregnancy has been terminated except to a person authorized by any law. Anyone who contravenes this provision will be punishable with imprisonment of up to 1 year or with a fine or both. I would like to say that the medical profession is doing a great job in our country. The doctors are working very hard. When schools and colleges are closed and assembly of people is not being allowed, the people in the medical profession are working day in, day out to contain this disease and treat the patients. But they are getting very little pay. Their salary is like that of the upper division clerks. The minister should think about it. Though this matter is not related to this bill, I would like to bring this to the attention of the minister. Sir, I believe this bill will take forward the empowerment of women in this country further and establish their right over their reproductive life. But will the abortus go unsung? As we are talking about 24 weeks in this bill, as a person who has been working in this field since 1985, as a pioneer in this country for detection of fetal anomalies, and even as a doctor who has worked in government hospitals, I would like to point out that hardly anybody in this august house knows the environment of the operation room where the medical termination of pregnancies takes place. When we are breaking the ampules of injections, when we are throwing the dirty gloves and scalpel blades, the abortus is also thrown into the same bucket. At 24 weeks, sometimes the abortus breathes and sometimes the abortus cries. So, what would be the feeling of the gynecologist who is throwing this 24 weeks abortus into that bucket of needles and pins? We have to keep in mind that this is definitely for the betterment of women, strengthening their empowerment and right to their own life. I would also like to draw the attention of this House to the 17 Sustainable Development Goals and 169 targets. The third goal is looking at the health of the women to reduce maternal mortality rate and also giving the child a good life. As far as statistics are concerned, in our country today, 56% of abortions are unsafe. Out of 6.4 million annual abortions in India, 3.6 million are unsafe, resulting in 13% maternal deaths in India and 50,000 all over the world. So, to prevent these maternal deaths, we need safe abortion, and that is why this bill is being brought. As per the provisions of this bill, a board will be set up with a gynecologist, pediatrician, and a sonologist. A radiologist should not be there in this board because it is the sonologist who detects the anomalies or the well-being of the baby. But alongside it, we should have an anesthetist because sometimes in late abortions, when we are doing MTP, it can either be through induction of labor or through hysterectomy. And in that case, we would require an anesthetist. We should also have a psychiatrist to counsel the mother whether she is actually looking for it or not. I am suggesting this because sometimes after fetal sex determination, a woman is forced to undergo abortion. In our country, we all know about this and we can confirm it from the decline in sex ratio. So the counselor should also be there. Then I would also like to suggest that fast track courts should be set up to deal with litigations. When a young girl of 11 years is raped, she does not even know what the meaning of rape is, what the meaning of pregnancy is. She cannot even recognize the changes taking place in her body, and it is only after 3-4 months that her mother recognizes certain changes and takes her to a doctor. At that time, she has already passed 20 weeks. When the doctor sends her to the court takes another 2 months, and so by the time the permission is granted, it is already so late that it endangers her life. Therefore, fast track courts must be set up, particularly in cases where young girls have been raped and exposed to violence or incest. Then there are cases in which medical conditions coexist in the mother. We all know that the blood volume increases by 12 times in pregnancy. If the heart starts falling in later pregnancy, cardiac failure sets in, renal failure sets in. Then they can be given permission for 24 weeks. Otherwise, I would feel that it should be limited to 22 weeks because till then the fetus is not so viable. 24 weeks is actually viable when the mother can feel the kick of the child inside her tummy and a bond has already been set up. As far as ultrasound goes, being a pioneer in the country in the field, I know that major anomalies can be detected as early as 14 to 16 weeks. So we can make it mandatory in district hospitals for all pregnant women. We can institutionalize delivery. In West Bengal, now we have 98% institutional deliveries. Maternal mortality rate has come down to 113 in West Bengal. I am sure that we can also institutionalize pregnant women to go into the district hospitals for ultrasound scan at 16 to 18 weeks when all anomalies can be seen, and an anomalous fetus can be aborted, and it should be aborted because it is incompatible with life.